You guys! How's everyone? Okay, I'm a little cooped up. Even though I'm not having a cold snap here, we're in Southern California, but the Kellie kitchen is doing lots of cooking these days, and welcome. Thank you for joining me on this live Monday night show. We have some super fun things to cook tonight. And we better get busy. So hi everyone, how are you? Good to see you. So as always, I was scrambling to the last minute and I didn't actually get an email out to kind of tell you guys what we were going to be making, but we are making keto everything bagels. We are making Thai chicken pizza. We are making Thai peanut sauce, and we are making keto hot chocolate. All of those recipes are on my website, thekellykitchen.com, and we're going to get started because we got a couple different things going in the oven. Hi, Atsuko. How are you? I hope you did okay in that earthquake. Hi, Joan. Good to see everyone. You know, like, tell me where you guys are from. Say hi, because I looked through all the stuff. We're going to get started. Last week or 2 weeks ago, I made fathead dough in the food processor, and it has changed my life. So we're going to start with fathead dough in the food processor. And I always do a double batch. It's easier. It gets all the pieces of the of the dough mixed in. I've got the large blade inside my food processor, and I've got 3 cups of mozzarella cheese already in here, and I'm gonna put half of a brick of softened cream cheese. Hi Norma's from Cyprus. I hear it's freezing down there, lots of ice. So I'm gonna put 4 ounces of softened cream cheese. The thing I love about this food processor fathead dough is that there's no microwaving and there's no mixing and stirring of all of the melted cheese with the almond flour. So I've got 1.5 cups. Again, I'm doing a double recipe. So 3 cups of mozzarella cheese, 1.5 cups of almond flour, 4 ounces of cream cheese, 2 eggs, and I like to do just a sprinkle of garlic powder and a little sprinkle of salt. If you're going to use this dough for something like sweet rolls, then don't add the garlic powder, obviously. You might add some cinnamon to it. Salt is always good to add with the sweet stuff. So I added just a pinch of salt, and I'll do a generous sprinkle of my garlic powder. And really, the reason that I'm using this, that I'm making this recipe again, is because I have owned this food processor for 15, 20 years, and I have never really used it. So we're getting some good use out of this industrial strength food processor. So first of all, we're gonna just do a quick pulse, and then we're gonna just turn that on for maybe 20 seconds, and we're gonna take our rubber spatula. We will mash our ingredients all the way down and put our lid back on for another. It's forming into a nice ball of dough. So if you don't want to go through the process of making bagels on your own, Rosette's Mix has the best packaged bagel mix. So I have a discount code of 10% off. It's RKK10, Rosette's Mix. Let me know if you want the mix for the bagels, and I will put the link after the show with the discount code. But sometimes I like to make bagels just on my own. So I like to work on a parchment paper just because the dough can get sticky. And I take 2 pieces of parchment paper, and I just make sure that you can use spray if you want, but I just make sure that each piece has, you know, some oil on it. Because we're going to be using half of this dough for the pizza and half for the pizza, I'm just going to be using half of the dough for now. So I don't want to cut myself on these blades, but do you see how the dough is kind of sticky? Oops, drop something. That's par for the course here in the Kellie kitchen. And I like to just sprinkle a little bit of either olive oil or water on my hands because it makes the dough much easier to work with. So we're gonna make 6 of these bagels. We love, you know, people are always asking me like, what do I make for a keto breakfast? I'm so sick of eggs. These bagels, I make usually 6 to 12 at a time. And I have this cute little like bagel donut pan, just like that. And I mix I make these and I keep them in a Ziploc bag in my fridge or in my freezer. And these are a great go-to breakfast or afternoon snack for anybody to just grab that wants to have something to eat that's not eggs. And of course, it does have nuts in it. There are fathead dough recipes with, I'm going to take the blade out of here so I don't slice myself. There are fathead dough recipes that have used coconut flour. I've never actually done that before, but they're all over the internet, so you can find them. The recipe for this fathead dough recipe is on my website. And again, if you don't want to make these from scratch, Rosette's Mix has an awesome bagel dough, pizza dough mix that's, you know, ready-made, easy. Okay, so I'm gonna make 5 of these bagels because I need enough of the dough left over for my pizza. And I think that would be just enough. So this dough here is 2, it's about 2 servings. So I'm going to put the rest of that off to the side. Let's give a quick rinse of my hands. Now, you can make whatever kind of bagels you want. If you want to make cinnamon bagels, if you want to make everything bagels. We all love everything bagels, but I also love just plain sesame seed bagels. So here are this is our everything but the bagel mix. Everybody makes this now. I used to only be able to get this at Trader Joe's, and now I see it at every supermarket, Walmart, Smart and Final. So I'm going to do 3 with the everything bagel mix, and then I'll do 2 with just plain sesame. So I keep looking at myself in the mirror. I'm doing a little grow out on the hair, so you guys just have to bear with me, all right? Yikes. Yeah, I like the short hair, but I'm kind of feeling like I want to flip it up at times, so I'm doing a little grow out, long enough to put it back in a ponytail. Okay, so I've got my oven going at 350, and we're going to put our bagels. There's our everything bagels. There you go. These are going to go in the oven for about 12 minutes, and then we'll check on them. In the meantime, we are going to, I'm just going to get the dough ready for the pizza. We'll get this right You can do this on a pizza stone if you want. It's just easier to transport our dough actually if we've got it on a cookie sheet. So again, I've got my olive oil. You can use cooking spray if you want. And I'm just gonna, I need to have a little bit of olive oil on my hands. So I just mix it out there. And then I'm gonna take all of my pizza dough and plop it right there. I need to get every little last bit. I might as well. I went through all the trouble of doing it in this machine, and someone's got to clean it. So I'm going to get every little piece I can out of here. So incidentally, this fathead dough stores really easily in the fridge. So you can make this and not cook it for a few days. And you can have it ready to go. So if you want to make individual pizza size, just individual size amounts for pizza dough, you can. I like to leave this in my fridge, and I'll take like a little ball and I'll make chaffles with this fathead dough. And see, there's our fathead dough, right? So we're going to smush this down into a pizza size, and then I'm going to, again, I got to wash all the gunk off of my hands. We're going to mush this down into pizza size. I do have a rolling pin, but this is like one of those artisan pizzas where we're just, like one of those hand-tossed pizzas. We're pretending like this is 850-degree oven pizza. And the next thing that we're going to make after we finish mashing out our dough is, and I like to, by the way, I like to do the dough kind of thin, because the thinner you get it, the crispier you can get it. And see how I just pulled that paper right off of there? So this Thai chicken pizza is based off of California Pizza Kitchens. They have a Thai chicken pizza, and I always loved it. And it's the peanut sauce that I actually love the most. So we have our, I know it's not perfect, but it's a pizza, okay? So we're gonna put this off because we are now, it's not ready yet. We're still cooking the bagels. Oh, Rhonda says her dough is dry. Okay, so here's the thing about fathead dough. All the measurements are based on measuring a cup or a cup and a half of shredded mozzarella, or a cup, 3/4 of a cup of almond flour. But what happens is that the mozzarella shreds, they don't actually, like, are you going to shove them down into the cup, or is it loosely packed? So the true way to make fathead dough so that it's not dry or that it actually has some chew to it is to weigh the actual measurements. And I don't actually have the measurements. I mean, I have a scale, but I don't bother doing that. So that's one of the ways that you can help with your fathead dough being dry, is to weigh the cheese to make sure that you actually have enough cheese, because you might not have enough. So we are going to make the peanut sauce. I just absolutely adore Thai peanut sauce. This is great sauce for chicken satay, dipping sauce. I like to drizzle it over cauliflower rice. And this is just a really wonderful, thing. I've doubled the recipe. So, I've quadrupled the recipe so that anything that's left over I can keep in my fridge, because I love it for so many other things, just to dip stuff in. And kind of a weird thing, I love dipping bacon in this Thai peanut sauce. So I have, the recipe is on the website under Thai peanut sauce, Thai peanut sauce, the Kellie Kitchen. You can find the recipe there. So I've got my all-natural peanut butter. I love to use Laura Scudder's. I can find this pretty much anywhere. It's oil separated. It's only peanuts and salt. It's a great texture. It's a great flavor. It's a great price. So that's the peanut butter that I like to use the most. In my mixture here, I have soy sauce, but I actually used, oh, did I put it away? Oh, no, here it is. I actually used liquid aminos, which is a soy sauce alternative. It is, we use it comes from coconut. It's like the coconut liquid aminos. So anyways, that's what I used. I have balsamic vinegar in here, just a little bit. Toasted sesame oil. I have, if anybody lives near me and you see me scrambling at the supermarket like 10 minutes before I'm supposed to be on air, it's usually because I forgot something like this. So that's where I was tonight, and I was scrambling in the supermarket. So if you ever see me there, stay out of my way. But this is just regular, already smashed ginger. And you can get the ginger root too, that's fine. But I just find this really easy. It's squeezable. We're also going to put red chili peppers in this. I'm sorry, red chili flakes. Red chili flakes. And I have garlic in here. And we're going to take that and we're going to pour that completely into our peanut mixture. I also have a little bit of a low-carb sweetener. I like to use Lecanto monk fruit sweetener. This is how I keep it in my cupboard because I go through it, not so much, but I go through enough, and I buy it in bulk because it is expensive and you get it cheaper when you buy it in bulk. But Lecanto monk fruit sweetener, this is just the granular form. You can get it in powdered, you can get it in brown. I think I have a link on the website to Lecanto. So if you are looking for it, you can get it on Amazon. Better to buy it online. You get it much cheaper, much, much, much cheaper when you buy it online. Okay, so I have all of my ingredients here making this peanut sauce. And one of the great things about the peanut sauce is that you sort of have that salty soy with the peanut, but then you get a little bit of sweetness. And sometimes I'm not sure that I have enough sweetness. So I'm going to taste this. And the recipe on the website calls for stevia. And I just like to use liquid stevia drops. Liquid stevia drops. And you use about 5 drops per recipe. So I'm going to taste this first and just kind of see. I'll see where we're at and see if I need to add any more. Yeah. So it's got that great peanutty, salty sesame seed, but it does need more sweetness. So we're going to add, because this is a quadruple recipe, we're going to add 20 drops. And then we will mix that and taste it. So I know everybody's freezing their tukuses off out in every other area of the country. I'm so sorry. I was a big wimp wearing my snow coat when I was out for a walk, and it was like 58 and the sun was out. But we have our other issues here in California. A lot of my accountability coach clients, when they check in with me every day, their exercise is snow shoveling. So perfectly acceptable to do a bunch of snow shoveling if that is going to be your exercise for the day. Okay, another taste just to see if this is sweet enough. Get in there. I'm going to just do a little bit more. You kind of have to just see if, what is to your liking. because we're going to smear this on our pizza, and we'll smear that on our pizza so you have the tanginess of the peanut stuff. And there, my friends, is our Thai peanut dipping sauce. So we're going to put this off to the side. Our bagels are almost done. Oh, looking fantastic. I'm going to put our fathead dough pizza in. Peter likes the crust super, super crispy, right, Peter? He loves the, oh, there he is right there. He loves the crust super crispy. So you can load up your pizza just like that and pop it in the oven, or you can pre-cook the pizza dough and then put your stuff on and then bake it again. So either way that works for you is totally fine. Yes, Peter, extra, extra crispy. Okay, while we are waiting for those things to come out of the oven, I think we've got, let's do another 5 or so minutes. I'm going to turn the bagels. I've got, you know, as everybody knows, I have the tiniest oven known to mankind. So I have to maneuver things, move things around a little. We are going to make, because it's so cold everywhere else, we are going to make keto hot chocolate. The recipe for my keto hot chocolate is on the website. It just went up today. I don't have a whole lot of pictures, and but I'm hoping to take some more. I just got these super cute. Can you see that? I got these super cute Kellie Kitchen mugs, and those are, if you want one, just let me know and I'll point you in the right direction. They're on my website. Anyways, we're gonna make keto hot chocolate. So super easy. You probably have every ingredient already in your pantry. The only funky ingredient is glucomannan. So I've been practicing with this a little bit. It is konjac root, and it is a thickener, and it's all natural. Here's the crazy thing. I ordered this to use in my kitchen, but it came as like a dietary supplement. So if you have used this or have experience with it, let me know. I'm just starting to play with it, and it's really a great thickener, and it's 0 carbs. So it is 2 carbohydrates, but then it has 2 grams of fiber for a half of a teaspoon, and we're going to use a quarter of a teaspoon. You don't have to use this if you don't want to. It just thickens your hot chocolate a little bit better. So in our saucepan, we are going to add 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk, 2 tablespoons of heavy cream, 2 tablespoons of Lakanto monk fruit sweetener. That's just a granular. You can use, it's a granular low carb sweetener. You can use Swerve or Pure or any type of low carb sweetener that you like. That's the one that I use, is Lakanto. It's granular. And then I use a tablespoon of regular unsweetened Hershey's cocoa powder. This is at every supermarket. So we're going to just put that in there. Get these out of the way. I made one of these for Peter today and brought it into his office, and it was like, we wish that it was snowing outside because it was really quite delightful. Now, I didn't know if I was going to have time, so I already made some whipped cream to put on top of this. In the fridge, I'll pull it out in a second. So at this point in my low carb keto journey, when I make whipped cream, I don't add anything to it. I don't even add stevia to it because it's already sweet enough. And I think if you add some berries to it, or if you add something like this hot chocolate to it, it's a really, really nice flavor. Now, if you want this to be even more chocolatey, just add a little bit more of your cocoa powder. This is where your carbs are coming from. So 1 tablespoon of this. I need to get my glasses on. 1 tablespoon of this is about 1.5 carbs. So not the end of the world, but you know, if you're really counting, or if you really want to be very strict about it. So we're just going to bring that to a little bit of a simmer. And while it's doing that, we are going to add the glucomannan, which is, again, it's weird. I got this on Amazon. I've never found it in any supermarket, but it comes in pill form, and this is just the pure powder form, just pure powder. So I'm gonna add 1/4 teaspoon. I'll sprinkle that over. If you have xanthan gum, you can add xanthan gum. That works just as well. If you don't have either, don't use it. Don't use it at all. But this is sort of a fun, you know, I see a lot of people asking for like a hot chocolate, and it's super easy. We're going to let that simmer there for just a second. Oh, there's our bagels. Yay. Beauteous. Okay. I am going to let those go. I'm going to let those go for like 2 more minutes because I need them to get a little brown on top. So here's the kind of the fun thing about this Thai chicken pizza. It's kind of fresh ingredients. I had some leftover rotisserie chicken. If you grab a rotisserie chicken from the supermarket, or if you make your own, if you just have some extra, it's kind of nice to put it on there. Bean sprouts, shredded carrots, you just use a little bit of those. It's just for the flavor. Same thing with the peanuts. I've got some mozzarella cheese, some really fresh cilantro, and tons of scallions. I love that sort of, that fresh coming together. Okay, so there is our hot chocolate. I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of really good vanilla. Now this just makes 1, okay? This just makes, you can double the recipe or just make it for yourself. You could probably make this in advance and then just heat it up. You could probably batch cook this, make a couple, maybe make 4 times the recipe by 4. And then we're going to take our cute Kellie Kitchen mug and we're going to pour. Oh, wow. That, wait, hold on. Getting the whipped cream. And at the same time, taking the bagels out. Look, I got to multitask here. There, my friends. Ah. Don't want to drop it. There are Fathead Everything bagels. Keto bagels. Yay! Okay. Pizza. I'm going to keep browning it. And I've got just a few more minutes on that. Here is my whipped cream. I just took 1/2 cup of whipped cream and with a regular old mixer. And yes, Peter gets to have this after. My little ham bone is in the other room, and he gets to have this for his dessert. So there, my friends. Can you see? Mmm. So delicious and fun, and he's going to have that later, and that is like a really nice hot mug of hot chocolate. So if it's blistering cold out where you are, go to my website, and the recipe is super easy, super easy to make that on your own. Okay, so we're gonna put that off to the side. We'll bring the pizza out. Ah, it looks fantastic. It's just starting to brown. Can you guys see that? It's just starting to crisp on the edges. And it's nice and hot. So we're going to take our peanut sauce, just like you would do marinara sauce. And we're going to smear our peanut sauce all over a nice, just a thin layer, because you don't want your dough to get soggy. So you're just going to do a nice thin layer of our Thai peanut sauce. And if you find the coconut, a dairy-free, like a cauliflower crust, this could be, in essence, kind of like a vegetable, dairy-free type pizza. I mean, you wouldn't put the cheese on or whatever, but see all this peanut sauce? We will save this in my fridge, and we'll have this delicious. Okay, quick wash. We're gonna start spreading all of our ingredients. So here I have my shredded chicken. This is just one breast. You know, if you have multiple people that you are feeding, you're gonna have to make a couple of these. And I make all of my rotisserie chicken in my Instant Pot, or I try to. Sometimes I go get a rotisserie chicken too. There's no shame in that. But I like to have it to be full of chicken, so it's a nice hearty pizza for us. And this is just one really large breast that I made yesterday or the day before, I can't remember. Anytime I make rotisserie chicken, I make extra because I use it in soups and salads and pizza. Okay, we're going to do just a little bit of shredded carrot and a little bit of bean sprouts. I think these are called mung bean. I don't really know. I don't eat bean sprouts very often, but they add a really nice flavor, and you're just using just a little bit of them. We'll do a little bit of green onion. It adds a really nice pop of color, and you've got the onion flavor all over. We're going to sprinkle some lightly salted peanuts. Again, you know, all of these things just add like a little bit of carbs. So if you want to cut your carbs a little bit here or there, don't add the peanuts because you've already got the peanut sauce. You don't necessarily need them. Okay. Then we're going to take some fresh cilantro. Actually, let me do the cheese first. So we're going to do mozzarella cheese all over. And I love doing this on a parchment paper because after we're done, I literally Peter has almost nothing to clean up because I have done it on a parchment paper. So there's that. And then I'm just going to chop up just a little bit of cilantro. I love the freshness of it. Sprinkle that all over. Yummy. Good, good, good. And why not? Let's add a little bit more of our green onion. This is a mountain of a pizza. That's for sure. Wow. Super delish. Okay. Is that too hot for me to hold? I think it is. Where's my thing? Okay, so here is our Thai chicken pizza. Our crust is pretty much already cooked, so I'm going to put this under the broiler for like 2 to 3 minutes and get everything nice and melted together. Go for 3 minutes. If there are any questions, let me know. Oh, there's Vic. Hi, Vic. How are you? My friend. Need that right now. Oh, Rosette. I know. I wish I could give you some hot chocolate. Rosette has the go to Dr. Tro's Facebook page, or even I think it's Rosette's page, Rosette's Mix, and they're doing this like keto switch box. It's on Dr. Tro's Facebook page, and all the proceeds go to charity. So it is a box of keto mixes and bars and chips and stuff like that that are all keto approved. So you can go check out that if you want to have snacks on hand and those types of things. I was going to show you one quick thing. I have got enchiladas on my mind. I love Mexican food, and I haven't had it in a long time. So usually I make my own tortillas, and I was told, my mom actually brought these over. These are just wraps. These are egg wraps. They're only eggs. They're egg white actually. They don't actually hold together like a taco, but they are great for enchiladas. So let's open this up just so I can show you while I'm waiting for our pizza. Oh, looking good. I'm going to show you what this looks like. I got this at just a regular supermarket. If you've had these, let me know what you think. I'm not exactly sure about them, but I do think that they are going to be a great for, oh, this is perfect. So we will make enchiladas. They don't really smell like anything. So they don't smell like eggs, but I imagine that if you ate this as a taco, it would probably be eggy. But for enchiladas, these are really good. There's another brand that you can get at Costco that is really readily available. They tend to be a little bit more expensive. This was very inexpensive. So you get 6 wraps, so 6 enchiladas, and maybe we'll make these next week. I don't know. Would you guys like that? Make some enchiladas with these on camera. That would be fun. We can do enchilada verde, and we can do red enchiladas. So we'll do that next week. So they're called Egg Life, and you can even probably use these for lasagna too, I would imagine. So they're sort of a fun thing to do. If you want to make tortillas on your own, there's a recipe on my website. So check it out there. Oh, wow, this is amazing. You guys, there is our Thai chicken pizza. And I might not wait for Peter to get off of the bike. I might just start eating my pizza now. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm so happy that you guys joined me. This was a quick night for dinner. If you make that fathead dough in advance, it's even quicker, so much faster. I'm going to enjoy a little sip of my hot chocolate now. Let me know if you have any questions. Say hi, tell me where you're from, and come back and see me every Monday night, 6:15 Pacific time. And all the recipes are on my website, thekellykitchen.com. Like it, share it, do all that sort of stuff. And oh yeah, that is so delicious. Keto hot chocolate. Okay, bye you guys.